Hello everyone, friends. In this video, I would like to tell you about the prospects of Bali. Yes, in fact, the topic is such that it may not warrant separate coverage, but I will try a little to share with you what I personally think about it, what my clients think, and so on. I am a developer on the island of Bali. We have our own project Atmosphere, which is currently in the initial stage, where we are finalizing the project and starting construction. This complex will be located in Bukit, next to the best beach in Elast. In general, it is the first family complex in Bali and everything related to it. Information about it can be found in the pinned comment. I also have a real estate agency, and I have experience in construction in Russia. We built houses and small private cottage communities. And, when I arrived in Bali, I immediately realized that this place is truly a gold mine in the real estate sector. Not only because it is very high yielding there, you can earn 15-20% annually from rental income. No, not only for that reason. First of all, I realized this because right now is probably the most convenient time there, with the most favorable legislation for making money in construction, in the development sector, and so on. And many of my clients, many developers who moved there in the last year, have already increased to more than 150, yes, and small, medium, large, and major ones. All confirm this. That is, there is currently a migration of capital from the CIS and the Emirates towards Southeast Asia. This is a plain truth, and these are not just my words. And thus, people should assess that this is indeed the demand of the region, which is evaluated precisely by this. That is, how many people are going there, how quickly they are going, how quickly construction begins, and so on. Well, it's clear that I have accumulated a vast amount of experience in Bali, as well as significant experience in construction outside of Bali, in Russia, and so on. But I still want to share with you this feeling when you are just overwhelmed, you feel it, and you clearly understand that you can really earn good money in real estate. And if we talk about some other markets, yes, there is also income there, but it is certainly several times less, both from passive income, because in Bali, all the infrastructure is geared towards this, with a lot of management companies, booking, Airbnb, chats, agents, and so on, as well as from resale. And to help you better understand what is currently happening in Bali, I will probably give you a couple of comparisons. It's hard for me to explain this, to be honest, and there isn't really a task to do so. I'm just sharing with you the emotions that I have inside. The opportunities that open up for every person who comes to Bali. For me personally, Bali is primarily about the people, because there is a huge concentration of individuals aged 18 to 60, 65 years, each of whom is very interesting, absolutely everyone. And if we are talking about real estate, right now is a time that might be easier for our people to understand. It's like the 90s in the CIS, remember? This is when, in essence, enterprising people with capital could develop and, advance the country, develop certain regions, and push their projects forward. And they performed well financially, they earned well, they grew well. That's it. So Bali is like the 90s in Russia, really. This is the plain truth. Everyone who lives there understands this perfectly. That is, the legislation there is still not fully formed in terms of... That is, there are aspects that, for example, in Europe, America, and Russia have already been, let's say, worked through, while in Bali, they can still be addressed. So, we won't delve into this now, otherwise we will get into such legal intricacies and so on. Here, and investors know this. Those who have already accumulated with us over this year, more than a year, yes, in Bali, there are already dozens who work with us and have purchased more than one property, as well as wholesale investors who invest $1 million. Yes, not just 150, 200, or 300,000, but also $1 million. Here, we are working on various projects with them and so on. And I just want to tell you that this is also a possibility. Friends, so if you had some negative experience with real estate, okay, or low rental yields, it is also possible to earn a lot. Here, I am telling you this so that you understand what there are such amazing regions on our planet where one can earn well from real estate. For comparison, let me explain further. Those who know about Sochi, I have worked in Sochi for the last 6.5 years during the post-Olympic period. I can tell you that Bali is something similar. It feels like it is currently in a quiet phase, but there is an Olympic construction going on, and this leap will happen in the next 2 to 4 years, both in terms of infrastructure and the cost of services, as well as the rental prices. Yes, it will definitely increase. It's not fantastic, but it will happen. Especially, just so you understand, there will be a very strong infrastructure leap. So, in Bali right now, it's kind of like, well, really, it's like the Olympics in Sochi. I mean, remember Sochi before the Olympics. And remember, you see, let's put it this way. Yes, what is happening in Sochi right now? That is, how many more people want to come here to live, relax, and so on? The same goes for Bali, essentially. So that you understand, a seaport is being built to accommodate these for docking huge liners with up to 10-12 decks, and so on, intercontinental. Furthermore, the largest, most innovative, and most advanced medical center in Southeast Asia is being built there. There will be a whole pilgrimage coming there. And there, it will be possible to practice not only for Indonesians but also for doctors from other countries. This is very important. A huge park will be built similar to Disneyland. This is cool because Bali is already interesting. It is diversely developed. This will be integrated as well. Sidewalks are being laid. Right now, in the center of the island in Birao, Canggu, and Pererenan, they are making pedestrian paths. What wasn't on the island? Do you understand? It really wasn't there. Now they are paving it, and that's great. Superb development. There. Icon Bali is being built along with a huge number of various infrastructure projects. Oh, I forgot to mention the university, right? The university is in collaboration with Massachusetts. So, it's a modern university that meets the most advanced global standards in partnership with the American and Massachusetts universities. And this is a matter of education, this is a matter of medicine, and all of this will, of course, take off. That is, you see, when billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars, are invested in a certain area, my friends, what happens to the real estate in that area? It increases in value. The liquidity of this land is increasing. Therefore, right now, the situation in Bali is such that wherever you throw something, as they say in the Krasnodar region, if you stick a pole in the ground, it will grow. It's the same there. No matter where you invest your money, you will still benefit in the long run. Of course, should you analyze where to invest? Of course, yes. Because you can invest, let's say, somewhere, and receive an income, for example, 20% per annum from passive rental. Passive. We're not talking about capitalization right now. But you can invest in overvalued properties and get 10% passive income. Is there a difference? Yes. Both places are good, but it is still necessary to always analyze and choose the best option. Here, because each of us deserves only the best. And I say this to point out that right now there is an incredibly great and pleasant investment climate. And money is being invested there. Not only by Russians, but by people from all over the world. Australians, Americans, Europeans, a huge number of people from the Emirates, Arabs, Chinese, and Indians are investing. That is, a huge number of people from all over the world want to have a villa, townhouse, or some real estate that will generate passive income. Everyone views this real estate as a business. As for the prospects of Bali, again, it may be personally difficult for me to explain this to you, but I have tried, yes, to do that in this video to convey it to you. But of course, you will only understand this when you experience the market firsthand, at least by investing some money there, maybe $100, $150, or $200,000, and you will understand what passive income is. You will see how it works, and only then will you truly grasp how deep the rabbit hole goes. That's all for today, friends. This was Pavel Morozov, wishing you all goodness, plenty of luck, and health to you and your loved ones. Goodbye. Subtitles by Dima Torgev. Chi, Sona, Chi, Sona, Chi, Sona, Chi.